Getting more nervous than nervous things. T minus 55 minutes until we get ourselves round 24 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. How nervous can one be? I didn't even think that nerves like this existed. I must have got less sleep than Lando Norris, for Pete's sake. What's going on, T-Racer? Twin, John, Darius. You guys are legends, one and all. Charles Edward Cheese out here. Sir Charles Edward Cheese. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, what are we doing here, chat? I really am nervous. Want to give you the best stream here today, but your boy's out here struggling. Spikes and things. Gotta love it. Shouts out War Room. Glorious day. It's going to get techier than techie things. Sir Charles Edward, too kind as always. Glorious day with Cam's Cavalry. Let history be made today. Morning or 4 a.m. status. Oh, the humanity. Nando, I need you, baby. Give me something. Nando 33. You at chat. TWM. John. Oh, the humanity. It's going to get more chaotic than chaotic think over the next 54 minutes. We'll go through all and sundry. I want to talk about the press conference again just a little bit. Some of you said it was a bit of a nothing burger, but potentially I think there's something in its nerves won't lead to quicker lap times, will they? Again, Jomo, you're a legend, mate, moderator extraordinary. Let me say this at the outset. I'm grateful ad nauseum to each and every single one of you for joining the chat. Okay, of course, my name is above the door, but everything this channel drives and survives by dint of your guys' endeavours, rocking up, correcting me, fact-checking me, engaging me in F1 modes of discourse each and every single time. The legend that is Sir Charles Edward Cheese. Mark Boots, Sir John Perry. Oh, right, let's go. Oh, Macon. Do you know what I mean? Really good trailer. Go on then. I know it's not a bad trailer. Go on, let's get ourselves hyper for the next 53 minutes, because your boys got Canal Plus are out here doing the God tier VTs. F1's work for them in the first instance. Let's have a look at some clips, because this is important, chat. I want to get, this is an occasion, right? Round 24 finale. How do you like yourself some peak F1? So you want to be an F1 driver. Do you have the ability to extract out of yourself the best of yourselves at the times when it matters most? Mention no names. Lando Norris. Your boy's been in his Simon Barnes The Meaning of Sport back early this morning. Again, there's a couple important bits. Now, he's talking about Federer, but of course it applies to all upper echelon motorsport. Simon Barnes in his book writes, quote, Federer lost a lot of points and he won a lot of points. He even lost a lot of points that he should have won, but he lost very few of the points that he needed to win. Quote, that was the difference between Federer and the rest. And in the long term, it is the difference between the very good and the great. Tennis, as in F1, is a game in which all points are created equal, but some points are created a very great deal more equal than others. Today, listen, it's a nice context, right? Today is that Maximilian Verstappen has to win this race. And in order for him to win the championship, Lando Norris can't be on the podium. And that's where it gets techier than techie things. You need for a Charles Leclerc to throw his hat into the material impact arena. So too George Russell, who very nearly did bloody but for a cheeky last corner oversteer incidents. It's going to get techier than techie things. Let me show you this in the to whet your F1 appetites. Let me show you guys this in it. Savage, you're a legend. Welcome to the gang. If you are a brand new elated peddler, get yourself over to the community tab and get yourself in the Discord where it gets techier than techie things. Justice says, shout out to Sir Charles Edward Cheese here from Showbiz, the adult, showing love on behalf of the War Room. Charles Edward told us about this channel. Let's go. I appreciate you guys adding. Honestly, I make no apology for labouring this point. Again, look at Charles Edward out here gifting memberships. I'm grateful, sir. Words can't convey. Again, this channel ceases to exist without your guys' support. Let me show you this. Federer, like Max, was a man of few words. There's another quote I want to read you guys out before we get knee deep into some audio visual VTs. Because again, Pablo Elizalde of Motorsport Magazine's been saying, he said something really, really good today that I thought was quite pertinent and might be quite pertinent as we get into the Grand Prix proper. Charles Edward, you're a legend, mate, proper legend, shouting out Justin. Here's what Pablo said, and this is important. Shout out to Motorsport Magazine, one of the goatiest publications to have ever goated than most F1 publications could ever dream to be. Here's what Pablo said. 2025 has exposed the truth long known inside top teams, and that is, in a tight title fight, a driver without a competitive teammate is almost always fighting with one hand behind his back. That doesn't mean necessarily that Verstappen is out of it. Far from it. He's shown repeatedly that he can scrape results out of thin air and win races through sheer execution. His tyre management, racecraft and ability to adapt mid-race remain unmatched. If he wins the title on Sunday, it will be on merit through resilience and opportunism rather than through structural advantage of a two-car operation. I'm telling you, it's going to get techie than techie things. There is fast car privilege over there at McLaren is there. Now, let me show you guys this again. We're going to have to get techie than techie things. Canal Plus is doing F1's work for them. Oh, why is it so bloody cold in this house today? Boys struggling all over the shop. Season finale settings, of course. Why not? I'll read some of your guys. Cam, you'll have to continue streaming till March, mate. I know, Tristan. It's going to be 2 a day standard. Normal service will resume after today, 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. British has to be done because the F1 beat never sleeps. And in order to not do F1 for this service, someone's going to cover it. They're not going to. You know what I mean? Can you say Dustin from Stranger Things for $500? That's levels right. Very on brand. If you're a Stranger Things fan, mention their names. Dustin from Stranger Things, aka Lando Norris 1.0. Then you'll understand what that's about. And in the second instance, I need to show you guys this one because this one's probably even more techie than the last.
Lando, it doesn't matter about Max. Where is he?
Now, I don't know whether they're invoking Star Wars or whether it's Avenger. I have no clue, but that is God tier. Again, way to get amped for peak F1 round 24 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. We are T minus 46 minutes away. I probably should get Sky Sports F1 in front of me. Paying them £90 a month, so it only makes sense at this juncture. But I digress. Oh, here we go. Sky Sports failed on me yet again. It wouldn't be a season finale without Stranger Things. Charles Edwards, you're a legend, mate. Far too kind as always. It's going to get techier than techie things. I've got a couple of things that I want to show you in preparation for the race. But let me get my Sky Sports going again since it's failed me at the critical times as per usual. What are we doing? Right, it is a bit of Sky Sports F1. Right, let me show you guys this. This story, the story of the championship today, will be won and lost at the altar of Maximilian Verstappen's ability to manage for the race. It's 2016 all over again. Lewis Hamilton's settings when he desperately wanted to back his teammate up. Nico Rosberg, then the only other protagonist in the fight for the Drivers' Championship in 2016, into the claws of Sebastian Vettel and Maximilian Verstappen. Now, Lewis Hamilton couldn't do it then because he was told off by Toto, the boy who cried wolf, and Mercedes, don't do it. But Maximilian Verstappen has only behind him rivals. If Lando wins, will you drop the Norris moniker? I might have to. I mean, listen, we'll talk about Lando shortly. I just want to talk about the race aspect. Rack, and you're far too kind, Rack 8024. But Max needs for Lando Norris not to be on the podium. How does he do that? Well, there's a couple different. There are a couple different ways. Firstly, backing the pack up. He might need a cheeky safety car or something like that. But over and above everything else, he could do with King George to throw his hat into the Drivers' Championship equation arena. Imagine if George podiums and then Charles podiums and then Oscar podiums. Problem with Oscar is this, chat. I think if Oscar's on the podium and they have the opportunity, McLaren I'm talking about here, to do the switcheroo, why would they not? Of course, they've talked all these gubbins. It's been egalitarianism and kumbaya. We'll never pick favourites. We'd rather lose the Drivers' Championship than cut the balls off of one of our drivers. That's what Zach Brown said on the Beyond the Grid podcast. However, sometimes you've got to change tact. You need to be a politician. Lie to us, and that's what Zach Brown's been doing. He knows that he can't afford to lose the Drivers' Championship. Definitely not at the altar of egalitarianism. There is no place for it in F1, particularly in the dying embers. You can do a cheeky switcheroo at Monza, the Italian Grand Prix. You can call off Oscar Piastri at the first race, the Australian Grand Prix. You can choose not to invert or institute for it. You can be inconsistent in the way that you interfere in the competitive landscape. If you want, mention no names, the British Grand Prix, Oscar Piastri's penalty then for a cheeky safety car restart infringement. You can do all that, but ultimately when it comes to the crunch, you have to play the way you're facing. You have to play the race, the match, and not the occasion. I think Zach Brown's doing the right thing. He won't win any fans for it, is the joke. He will lose millions and millions, to quote The Rock, of fans. He will lose loads of fans, but yeah, and still sometimes it pays to be disingenuous, doesn't it? Zach Brown of McLaren. Max to win the race, but not the championship, says Liam. Oh, but it's been a wonderful year watching Max and Cam. Thank you for the content this year. I appreciate you, Liam. You're a legend, mate. And it's and the content's not stopping, by the way, because there is an F1 news beat that needs covering. Oh my gosh, listening to Nico talking about 2016. Oh, Nico Rosberg. It's interesting here, John. Can I leave you kids alone for 5? Of course you can, John. TWM, be careful what you wish for. I would rather lose. Can you imagine that he said that, TWM? You can't even write it. You can't even write it. I think to quote him, he said, I would rather all the other outcomes, including 2007, as versus picking favourites, including losing. Oh, Cam, you're the guy that knows all these details. Are there any other drivers in F1 history that won the WDC 3 times without the same team? Fangio won loads with loads of different teams. I want to say 4 teams: Maserati, Ferrari, Mercedes. Fangio won the most, and Nicky won a few with different teams, didn't he? So there's a couple. Probably between Nicky and Fangio, they will have won the most. Right, let's get you guys need to see this there. Right, let me show you. This is important for context. Let me show you guys this. This is going to be important. We keep flashing between these as we go through the race. Pit stop lost time. You will lose 21 seconds worth of time as versus the rest of the field. If you pit under green flag circumstance, you'll gain yourself circa 6.5 seconds if you manage to get a pit stop under virtual safety car or safety car circumstance. Safety car happens around this track between 17 and 2024, 38% of the time. A virtual safety car, 50% of the time. We've got 0 red flags erstwhile. Pit stop strategy. This is where it's going to get chaotic. And again, potentially the winning of the Drivers' Championship in 2.5 might happen under this aegis on the battlefield of pit stop strategies. Pirelli is saying that potentially a one-stop start on the mediums, pit anywhere between lap 20 and 26 for a set of hards and go through to the end of the race. Otherwise, strategy 2 dictates starting on the hards, going through to lap 39 to 45 and then coming in for a cheeky set of softs. 2-stop strategy 3 on your screen. Start on mediums, stop anywhere between 17 and 23 for a set of hards, go through to lap 40 to 48 for a set of softs. It's going to get techie out here. This is also what you want to concern yourself with, right? Softs, as per Pirelli, potentially could go 23 laps. Mediums 36, hards only 38. That makes me think that hards are the tyre compound of the year. They're the selection. That the mediums, will be the option, given that they'll be so much quicker, but you won't lose a lot of life. What's pertinent here, though, is that McLaren have themselves a brand new set of 2 white labelled hard compound tyres. Here we go. Oh no, we're lining up, chat. T-40. Oh, the humanity. The formation lap before the formation lap. Let me show you guys this. It's important. For the Grand Prix Abu Dhabi round 24. Maximilian Verstappen is a red hot favourite. 25% of the time, if you run 100 simulations of the race, Maximilian Verstappen will take it. But for the Drivers' Championship proper, Lando Norris is a red hot favourite. Oh, look at that. Listen to that. McLaren, Ted Kravitz saying that McLaren have had very clear conversations that the team comes first. Oh my gosh. Wow. If you can get a race win, mate, McLaren will have told Oscar. However, if you need to give it up to, if you can't win the race, Ted Kravitz says, Max is going to win it, then we need to do a cheeky switcheroo. Oh, the humanity. Sacrifice Oscar Piastri at the altar of a cheeky Lando Norris maiden voyage, maiden World Driver Championship. The odds on the right of your screen. Lando Norris is a big favourite to win himself his first championship. 20% of the time they say he gets it. Sorry, excuse me, not 20%, 75% of the time. What are you on about, Cameron? Maximilian Verstappen, 20% Freudian slip. But again, all the big money's coming in on Maximilian Verstappen. His odds are therefore reducing by the second. Oh, the humanity. How scared am I? Oh, chat, I recommend Ruth Buscombe's YouTube talk. She's good, isn't she? Yeah, all the permutations for the race, as I've just tried to do now, Caroline. I should probably bing up that video because it is half decent. She called it right last time, didn't she? Yeah, she nailed it last time, didn't she? She said lap, was it lap? What did she say, lap 7? She just nailed it. She was perfect last time, wasn't she, Caroline? I don't hate a bit of Ruth. I don't know why she's not at the track more often, to be honest, but it is what it is, eh? It is what it is. Go on then, let's talk about Lando. Am I going to retire the Lando Norris moniker? Well, it depends. This is the conversation that we're having, chat. Can Lando do it when it counts most, under the most pressurised of circumstances? That's the. I don't know the answer to this question. I was trying to analyse his countenance yesterday and see whether he had it in him. I don't know the answer to those questions. I can't gauge it. So, Charles, you're a legend out here gifting 50 memberships. I thank you, sir. And if you're a brand new member, get yourself over to the community tab and get yourself in the Discord where we continue F1 modes of discourse each and every. Respectful, but banterous. And breathe. Oh, the humanity. I'm so nervous. 4 a.m. Let's go. 108 Hindi. You're a legend, mate. I'm nervous. Why am I so nervous, Jack? Well, maybe because I care. Chill out, Cameron. Relax. F1's not... It's not life and death, is it? It's much more important than that, I would contend. Tongue very firmly in cheek. We were just talking and you need proper soundtrack, intro track, etc. True, Darius. I don't hate it. At some point we'll get there between this season and next, potentially. Join the loony bin. Dear friends, chants and legends, sadly I'm not attending today. It's the last time I can watch, says JP, with my dad before he passes. JP. So it's bittersweet, whatever the outcome, but just have fun. Guys, JP. Difficult times, mate, but enjoy it as far as is possible. I appreciate you sharing, JP, and love to you and your family and your old man. Hard time. We'll have a chat, JP. Are we nervous or are we nervous, Miami? I have no clue, mate. 608 if you're watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. The Race Life X is indeed started in T-minus 36 minutes. My anxiety is I'm not even racing, and I must have slept for less hours last night than Lando Norris. Go on, let's talk about the Norris moniker. Will I retire it? He's got to prove me wrong. For a while there, he looked incredible, didn't he? He was doing everything right, was Lando. Everything that we challenged him to do. Nailing the starts. Getting the best out of himself at the critical times in Q3. Defensive posture off the line. Getting into turn 1. Consolidating for P1 like Michael Schumacher used to. For a while there, he looked God tier, right? Like he was delivering upon his not insubstantial potential, was Lando Norris 2.0. And then, over the past couple of Grand Prix, the unforced errors creep it. Now, he did what he needed to do in qualifying. He did. And props to him. But nevertheless, are you going to tell me that in equal machinery, or indeed an advantaged machine in the MCL 3.9, that Lando Norris shouldn't have put it on pole yesterday? Again, Max Verstappen beat him to pole, because of a couple different things per year listener, not least of which was the fact that he was able to get on the accelerator quicker on the exits, that Max Verstappen prioritised what Lando Norris normally does. Indeed, Max Verstappen beat Lando Norris at his own game. Oh, the humanity. Love and blessings, JP, 100% JP, you're a legend, mate. Sending you thoughts and strength, and to your old man as well. British F1 champion today, where's your loyalty? True, Dragon, true. Patriotism is, I mean, we could go for a 3 hours entire on patriotism by itself, promise you. F Clown though, oh, Piastri, Stella, FFF, Zach Brown, Max Rules. Let's go for stuff, and I don't hate it. Hopefully Lando bottles the start. Oscar and come through. It wouldn't be the first time Biochem. It wouldn't be the first time at all Biochem girl that Lando Norris has dropped the ball at the start, would it really? Nervous, chap. Nervous. Where's your loyalty, Cameron CC? To the Brit. I'll tell you this much. I don't want Lando to bottle it. There's a lot of memes going around. I share this. I didn't want to because I don't want to curse Lando Norris necessarily. But since we're talking about Lando bottling, never more than now has it been apropos. This is going around, and I think it's a bit mean and evil. I won't even keep it on the screen for too long because I don't want to jinx Lando necessarily. But there is rhyme and reason to such claims. There is evidence, a plethora of, that suggests that under pressurised circumstance, you don't get fire-breathing dragon Lando Norris 2.0. I've long argued that if you were to conduct this championship under the present circumstances, behind closed doors, then Lando would have wrapped it up ages ago by dint of his durable competitive advantage in his MCL 3.9. But it's different with pressure, isn't it? Lose a tenth here, lose a tenth there, unforced errors start to creep in, and it just gets techie than techie, especially if your name is Lando Norris 1.0. Oh, the humanity. Cameron, have you got your Red Bull on deck? I mean, could I be? I'm not even superstitious, but I'll crack one open. Just better than the Vogue picture. Oh, the humanity. Elbows out. Max, Luke KO. I've got all Fox Sports. Lando can do this, but McLaren be professional and not fudging. Oh, and Dash. It's gonna get to us. Oh my gosh! Come on, T minus 32 minutes. I feel this in the pit of my stomach, says Field. Oh, the human. Safak nervous. Let's go already. 100%. Your boy's gonna drop off for a second and then we'll come back on. I need to blow my nose. Let's go hidden plank. But this is the problem for Oscar. Why would he cede if there was so much of a risk of something like plankware happening again? Who knows, eh? Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Wild Guan, King of Nuts. Hope you're good. Tony in the house. You guys are legends, man. I heard Oscar missed 80 points worth of... I don't know what you're talking about. Exciting times. Let's get techie. Lando's going to be 2025 World Driver Championship, says Prost the GOAT. Oh, the humanity. Lights, Cameron, action. Very good. Very good. Copperfield settings for Cam. Go on then. Another cheeky VT. What about the pen? The pen is somewhere. Have I jinxed it without the pen? I've got a pen, but it's broken. It's without. I'll hold it nevertheless. Big up, mate. Hope you're well. We are where we are. Here we are. I'm nervous. I'm neutral fan, says only Chris. Chris, oh, for God's sake, why are we doing this with Lewis? Chiba, you're a legend. Shout out, come from an incredible dedication. I appreciate it. With your help. With your help, only Chiba, and your support. 16-month member. Not doing too badly out there, Chiba, and I appreciate you. More than words might say. Joma, you're a legend. Okay, brief. We are T minus 29 minutes. Take Lewis off my screen before I start crying out here. It's too early in the stream. No. 4:30 a.m. hybrid. Oh, the humanity. Where's the cane? Too much. I need it, don't I? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I feel infinitely more power with the cane in my hands. You know what I mean? The cheeky walking stick. Cold tyres, warm tarmac, at altitude with bigger bottles of corn juice. In the tag. Let's go. Who's the bigger bottler? Lando. Oh, Nando. Let's go, Sir Charles. I have no idea. Listen, I hope that Lando... Listen, my desires are orthogonal to each other. They can't exist in the same space. First order priority, the apex predator of my wishes for outcomes this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix round 24 is, of course, for soon to be 5-time champion Maximilian Verstappen, if not just because I feel like he deserves it. Argue amongst yourselves what deserving means. Define deserving in your terms and conditions at the outset. It's a conversation that surely some will say if you win it, then you deserve to win it. I'm not sure I agree with that, because I frequent most often the diner that is processes as versus outcomes. And I think Max Verstappen has been the best driver all year, and I don't beyond the shadow of a doubt to tell me about deserving that. But in the second instance, I don't want Lando to do himself a disservice. I don't. I kind of want the best. I'm not a big Lando Norris fan, but I am a human too. I don't want to be a douchebag. Dwight, you're a legend. I don't want to be a douchebag. I don't want Lando to just drop off or a cheeky DNF or reliability issues. I don't want that. I don't think he deserves that, because he's driven well in parts as Lando. I won't forget this season, the Monaco Q3. I didn't think that Lando had it in him. But again, he's a tight line meister, isn't he? Low and medium speeds. Those are the type of turns, the rear-ended, rear-limited ones that Lando does better around. So I don't know. Do me a favour and like the stream if you like the stream. It means more. It means more to the channel than you might realise. Martin Brundle on the grid. Oh my gosh. Max don't need favours. I think he needs them. I think, John, I disagree with you ever so slightly, mate, today. I think he needs favours. I think he needs, at the very least, for the racing gods to be smiling down upon him. And ultimately, Matt said, listen, I don't get playing with house money. Got 4 trophies at home. I'm well aware of what my signature looks like, because I've got the 4 trophies with my signature on them in the house. Cameron, if Lando is 4th place and Piastri is 3rd, does Piastri let him by? Say yes, 100%, 100,000% job. Or at the very least, McLaren order him to. That's the truth. It's gonna. So Matt's needs for George to do me a favour. You know what the joke is? Looking back on George's lap yesterday. Oh, the humanity. He was a snap oversteer instance on the last corner away from injecting himself into this conversation here. George was. He was right there going through sector 2, sector 3, sector 1 and sector 2, all the way into sector 3, apart from the bloody final corner when he had a cheeky Drift King session. When George thought that he became Martin got his first palms off of the week. Very respectful though there, Martin. More respectful than he's been before. To Simone et al. I've called it and I'm sticking to it. Papaya tears today. Contact at the front. Oh, the humanity, Charles. Too kind as always, mate. Is that what you think? Listen, it's not. Turn 1 is techie. 100 and something meters down to turn 1, but it is going to get techie going into turn 1. I think they'll be nice to each other. Z, you're a legend as well of course. Sir Charles Edward. It could get techie. I mean, there was contact around there turn 1 last year, wasn't there, between Max up the inside of Oscar trying to do one round the outside. 2 trailer park girls go round the outside. Go on, we are T minus 25 minutes. And I'm nervous, more nervous than nervous things. I mean, can you imagine if you were a driver? Like the humanity. Who'd be one of those? Who'd be one of those? Right. Two trailer park goals. This is like Brazil 2008 all over again. Miami, true. Oh, here he is. Leopard off a sword. Alan in attendance. Gives Brundle the man handshake. Stephen. Anxiety through the... Why does Alain Prost... It's the French accent, isn't it? I'm going to say, why does Alain Prost increasingly remind me of Isaac Hadjar? Leopard off a sword. This would be the greatest comeback of all time, says Z. From 104 points down, it would indeed be. Cam, do you think TSU Sonoda-san will have a part to play in the race? He's too far down. Is he? Look at this. Where's he starting? 10th. Mats will back the pack up 1,000% with a view to induce some shenanigans. Of course he will. But, I mean, he could do with Sonoda-san. This is where it gets techie. Of course, the Ayrton Senna and Michael Schumacher thesis still stands. If you want to win a driver's championship, then your line of least resistance is to have a very clear delineation between a number one, your dominant Michael Schumacher type driver, and your number two in a Rubens Barrichello. That is the line of least resistance per friend of the channel, Peter D. Windsor. But in a case like this, when it's tight and you've got a season finale, a deciding season finale Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi round 24, it's you can't. It would be nice to have a Checo Perez behind you that can interject, as Checo did in 2021. If you had to pick Lando or Oscar, I think Lando's a big favourite. He's a humongous favourite. Again, the thing with problem with when you're predicting these things, problem is you just can't discount Max, because he does impossible thing. He makes the impossible, or has been at the very least, making the impossible look almost routine. You've got Thierry Henry and Micah Richards in attendance. Yeah, they're rolling out the red carpet, aren't they? They're trying to take advantage. They're trying to take advantage, aren't they? The CBS lot, Kate Abdo, Thierry Henry et al. Mate, they're taking pictures, Brundle. Oh my gosh, Martin just steps over the red tape. Is Micah going to blank Martin Brundle? Thierry. And now Micah's switched on now. This is the viral moment, isn't it? Martin sniffed it out. May the best man win. Thierry Henry, goat. Number 14 himself. Lando will bottle this as Will McLaren. Oh, the humanity, big goose. Here's Ronaldinho Gaucho as well. Oh, the humanity. Ronaldinho Thierry as well. My English is just a little bit. Speaks perfect Spanish though, Ronaldinho. Wow. Ronaldinho alongside Thierry Henry. That's a moment that I didn't expect to be talking about. But again, it's season finale, right? The F1 milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right. It's better than yours. Well said, Cameron. Max will have to back the pack up. And to that point, Stephen F1, the Ronaldinho, too much techie. I think the comparison isn't 2008. It might be as far as like stakes and crescendo and drama, pant wetting drama. But I think the comparison is 2016. I think that's the comparison. You would get Micah on the mic. Get Micah and Kate Abdo. Oh, Terry Crews, go away, mate. Let's go, Micah. A Sky Sports F1 man with the trim and all. You don't know, Micah. You don't even know who's in the who can win it. Or maybe he does. "18 minutes, Tony. Bloody no, I'm so nervous." DRS RIP, it's a good shout. Hybrid, no more DRS after today. Peter Windsor will be happy, but it feels like there's another unwanted entrant with the active aero that will be ushered in by the era that is 2026. He has no click. T-Racer, he didn't know, did he? Although they did do a good piece on Sky Sports F1 with Max, so he'll be well aware of who Max Verstappen is. Max going for the best he can. He won't be holding back, not himself, not the pack. You don't think so? Michael, I reckon it's hard enough to overtake around here that Max Verstappen has. He'll have the privilege and bandwidth to be able to do a 2016, a Lewis Hamilton and a Nico Rosberg. But for the win, my brother, who is not an F1 fan, just called to say all the best of the race, Clive says. But I think it's fixed for Max. He has a point. DRS becomes. I don't think it's fixed. I don't think it's fixed. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to do the. Let's go, Carlos Sainz. The man, the myth, smooth operator, el hombre de Madrid. Oh man, come on, Martin. Cam, if you're nervous, in 100% UK Baz. This is the truth. Cameron, this is so exciting. I can't watch either, Stephen. T-minus 17 minutes and 25 seconds left on the docket until we get ourselves a cheeky formation lap. Oh, the pictures are being taken with the old trophy. Why is your boy so nervous out here? I'm going to have to crack a Red Bull now in a minute. 2026, the competitor for foot. Oh no, we're going to be having that conversation a lot, aren't we? About the electrification of Formula One. So educate me, please. There will no longer be DRS. No, not DRS. There's going to be something else similar to, not dissimilar to ERS, but they won't be able to deploy it all in one go. So that's why people are calling it the managerial championship, as we get the picture, the pick to click. The remaining contenders for the WDC gathered around the WDC trophy. Morning, mate. Afternoon there. Walter, you're a legend, chap. Good luck with that PE stuff. I mean, what are we doing? Hawkish interest rate environment and all that. Rundle, get out the way. Ollie seems like a kid. He does seem very young. But the next Scuderia Ferrari driver, if word on the F1 curb is to be believed. A lot of talk about Lewis Hamilton, this being his last race. Potentially. Imagine if Lewis just hung it up. Might be the right decision. Sad as it would be, there'd be like tears in eyes. But, I mean, MBS, F off, says John. Hope you enjoy these nerves, says Z. I'm not enjoying this. 700 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like as your boy. I think we need to get this Red Bull cracked open, don't I? Good early morning. I'm trying to do this. Isn't working, is it? I need to drink the can normally. My beard is too prohibitive. Yeah, Cameron, I was reading up on electric power changes for next year. Techie, Tony, than techie things. MBS needs to have been gone yesterday. There's something going on in the background. There is a guide point investigation submitted to that's the picture. Look at Max Verstappen just locked in with Lando Norris in the foreground there. Order humanity. Active aero will come in. Drivers will have the same chances whether they're in front or behind, rather than sitting settings of DRS. But it's hard to forward forecast what that looks like, right? Is the issue. Just put them in front of the fudging cars already, says Luke. Let's go. Money shot, you're a legend. Ugh. More excited than the first time I entered. Tough work this season, young Cam. I appreciate you, money shot. And again, Thank you, each and every single one of you who have joined the stream, backed, supported, taught, argued. It's more preferential. Cameron excluding Max. Who would you like to win? Oscar or Lando? Equal point settings. I think I'd rather Oscar Piastri. I don't want Lando to drop. Oscar's third season for Oscar will have other opportunities, right? Not that Lando's retiring this year or something. Cameron, we always need Lewis in the mix. It wouldn't be the same, Stephen F1 says. Go on and throw to Brooksy, who's having a cheeky word with Max. Max slept well. Any games, says Brooksy. The plan is to win the race. Wow, there we go. We will try everything as a team. That's all you need to know. Max isn't messing about. He will have watched 2016 over the course of this weekend. You heard his response to it yesterday when they asked him. He knew everything. Just watching Oscar and Max Verstappen's cheeky love kiss at the equivalent fixture in 2-4. Not gonna lie, I'm struggling to shake me and you both, Liam. Is it time for a cheeky Red Bull? Is it time for a cheeky Red Bull? Looking back at 21, when ironically Max Verstappen got a rare, uncharacteristic poor start from the pole. Couldn't believe it that year. Lewis Hamilton, P1, T1. Lock in Lando. It's game time, chap. Zach Brown says he's feeling good. Imagine if Lando really bottles the start. Oh my gosh. That's the danger. Ends up back in the carbon fibre zone. Oh, the humanity. Negative, Andrew. George has already said he's racing this like it's any other race. He's not looking to sabotage any one of the championship contenders. But George will approach every race weekend with a view to accrue 25 points. Nothing more complicated or simple than that. Full stop. New paragraph. Gladiators in the Colosseum. My name is Maximus Decidius Meridius. Commander of the something. Leader of the Felix legions. Loyal to the one true emperor. Marcus Aurelius. Father to a murdered wife. No, he's botched it. I tried, chat. I tried. Red Bull gives you wings or incorrect lines. I'm strangely not nervous, Caroline. Was more nervous at I know what you mean, Caroline. I hear that heart attack setting says. Let's go. Do me a favour, chat. T-minus 11 minutes till we get ourselves a formation lap. If you like the stream and get voting. Have we got a vote? Oh, the humanity. You boys missed a trick out here. No vote. Poor form, Cameron. Right. You guys need to tell me. WDC champ. Everyone's aligned on what we're going to do, says Zach. Mate, you want to make sure everyone else is aligned. You know what I mean? Red Bull gives you sugar, 100%. Dwight, after today, I am downing all of my Red Bull tools, per se. Yuki needs 20 seconds behind Oscar at most. Yeah, no, there's... Get ready to upset your net on T-Race. There will be loudness. There will be loudness. I've never been this nervous for a sporting event. Not even 2021, Chad. I'm trying to think what events. A good fight. A good boxing match. A Floyd versus Pacquiao. Or 2021. Abu Dhabi. Lewis versus Max. There were... I would contend that those were probably more nerve-wracking sporting spectacles. Max Verstappen, you are the world champion. World champion. Yeah, Christian Horner, bless him. He'll be watching, won't he? How's the heart? Not very good, Alice. Not Your boy's breathing out here, and I don't think the sugar from the Red Bull is helping, but I digress. Go on then, let me flash up the background because this is important. I'm not going to talk through them again, but if you want to pause, then you can see these are your do we need to do a VT again? No, we don't do the VT. Pit stop loss, green flag circumstance, you lose 21 seconds on the field. Under safety car or virtual safety car, you lose 14.5 seconds, meaning therefore there's a 6.5 second delta to be gained from a pit stop under a virtual safety car or safety car. Safety car circumstances happen 38% of the time around it between 17 and 24. Virtual safety car, 50% of the time. There have been no red flags erstwhile. Here are your pit stop strategies. Perillo saying that the quickest way around there will be to start from mediums, pit anywhere between lap 20 and 26, and then go for hards. Here's your tyre life. In fact, you guys need to see this. There's another one that I wanted to show you, but I haven't bloody uploaded it, of course. Whatever. All right, cool. Minor. Doesn't matter. I only wanted to say that McLaren have 2 sets, brand new, fresh sets of hard compound tyres. That might matter. It may or it may not matter. Conversely, Max Verstappen has himself 2 brand new sets of mediums, no softs. Teku. Interesting that Max has 3. Okay, so he's got 3 soft, but all scrubs. 2 brand new mediums and 1 brand new hard. Conversely, Lando has 1 medium and 2 brand new hards, white labelled compound tyres. I don't know what that means, chat. I'm trying to work it out. I think that might have a part to play potentially. 900 of you watching concurrently. We are T-minus 7 minutes away from a cheeky formation lap. Race start round 24. Abu Dhabi. Decider. And breathe. How do you like yourself some peak F1, eh? Gonna need Bernie Collins on deck to talk some strategy. Are we not? And breathe, chat. And breathe. We'll make it together, I promise. Giovanni Agnelli, you're a legend. I'm so disappointed in Scuderia. Oh my gosh. I have so much respect for Sir Lewis. Oh my gosh, Giovanni. I'm desperately trying not to talk about Lewis because it envelops me with a tidal wave of negativity. But Giovanni, since you've been too kind, I'm so disappointed in Scuderia. I have so much respect for Sir Lewis, but he doesn't do himself any favours. When I see countless media posts about him agonising on what kind of drip he should at 100,000%, Giovanni. But he stopped doing it so much anymore. Oh, here we go, getting a bit of Phil Collins on VT. Cameron, in a world full of fake fans and influencers, your authenticity is shown through. Thank you for all you do, Jorbar. No, thank you, Jorbar, for turning up and discussing further in the F1 mode of discourse. They'll learn. They're learning that there is durable competitive advantage in community. The community that we're building. Phil Collins. I can feel it. I think they could have used a better song. I sometimes. No, this isn't the VT, is it really? I don't think. No. Does McLaren know the safety car time loss? They'll know it, but will they act upon it is the question, Kira. Because they didn't last time round, did they? Lando takes himself out and Max Oscar. You need to retire Papaya rules. Why am I so nervous, chat? Oh my God. How long before the start? T-5. T-Racer. Phil Collins is good, Cam. I don't hate it. I always criticise Sky Sports F1 for their infinite budget and their low budget editing and VT. When you see the you want me to show you a promo, chat? Go on, let's do promos since we're T-4. Here's the promo that you want to watch to get you hyped. Let's go this one. Here's the promo.
Where is Max? No, it doesn't matter about Max. Where is he?
You're welcome. Since we're talking promos, I'm partial to a cheeky promo since I've watched so many gazillion minutes of sport. Do you know what I mean? That's the proper promo that Sky needed to put forth. But again, let's allow Canal Plus to do your bidding for you. We have ourselves a race. Round 24, Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Elevation is 10.2 meters. Top speed, 341 kilometers per hour. Your race lap record is 125.637, set by K-Mag back in 2024. Also of import. Your track distance, 5.2 kilometres. Laps around here, 58. Your track lap record of 122.109 by Maximilian Verstappen in no less than 2021. Oh, the humanity of the year. You'll recall when he won his first championship. Oh, and breathe. We'll get there. By the way, if you like yourself some metrics to accompany your F1 viewing to add some value, go and don't download yourself multi-viewer on a desktop or a laptop. The go-toest. Let's go. Now this is pod racing. I hope you enjoyed. That promo should have returned Max in a T-Rex 100%, but you saw the one on the trailer, Ray. The trailer is probably the best one. The one with Max and the Terminator eyes and the Terminator red screen as if you're watching it from his POV. That is levels, but again, my heart rate to Storm is probably in excess of 120. May the bottle be with you, lad. Oh, the humanity. Go on then. We are T-minus 2 minutes away from an all-important start. I'll be about 30 seconds delayed on the audio visual, but we can sync on the reds if you want to. Oh my gosh. Cannot cope. 1,200 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. We're a couple of seconds away from a cheeky start of a formation nap. Why am I so nervous? Look at that. Brundle makes the pertinent point. Do you see they've already split the strategies already? That Maximilian Verstappen. This is interesting, chat. This is what we need here. Max Verstappen starts on the mediums. Lando 2 starts on the mediums. Oscar Piastri starts on the hards. So what's he doing then? What's he doing then? Oscar Piastri. This sounds like a god tier move from McLaren already. Umarch, you're a legend. Two rising arches of fate converge. The air splitting under the weight of what's coming. A sharpened, hungry Lando versus a force of nature. Bear witness. Let's go, Umarch. Let's go. That's interesting that McLaren has split the strategy already. So that makes it difficult for Maximilian Verstappen to start back in the pack upright. It's going to need something into turn one here. Oh, the humanity. Let's go. Nervous. I am. Very, very nervous. How does Max play this? He's got to get into turn one. He's got to go into turn one, right? He's got to go. Clean side of the grid. Mediums now. I think they put Lando on the mediums deliberately because he needs the grip off the... I mean, if you imagine if Oscar jumps Lando off the line and George behind him, oh, the humanity. Lest we forget that to win the Drivers' Championship, all Lando needs to do is finish on the podium anywhere. Top step, bottom step, middle step, second, third, it doesn't matter. So long as Lando finishes in the top three, he wins himself a championship. By the way, of the hard compound runners, Oscar Piastri is one of four. Sonoda-san is the other. Antonelli so too. Lance Stroll, Hamilton, Albon, Hulkenberg each start on the softs. Everybody else is on mediums. Breathe. Breathe, chat. Take your own advice, Cameron. What are you gonna do? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Why am I so nervous? Who would like to be an F1 fan? How do you like yourself some F1? Just chaos, this. Absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, God. Go on, do me a favour, light the street. It's going to get chaotic into turn one. Come on, Lando, says UK. Buster for live settings. Oh, the humanity. Put it in the V end. Yeah, no, my heart can't take it either. Palms are sweaty. Mum's spaghetti. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Do not miss your chance to blow. Martin Brunner makes the pertinent point that Max will need for Lando to have a problem. Oh my gosh. Go on then, we'll sync on the reds if you are that way inclined. Max Verstappen turns onto the home stretch. Oh my gosh, chat. Fudge cake. Right, Max Verstappen is just going underneath the Etihad sign. For those of you who want to, Matt's doing a good job slowing it down a little bit. He doesn't want to be waiting too much longer on the grid box. Does a final burnout before he arrives. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the humanity. We go live in a couple of seconds. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What are we doing here? Oh my gosh. Can't handle it, chat. It's too much. Go on then. All eyes on the reds. So right, so now the midfield, the carbon fibre zone are now queuing up, assuming their grid boxes. Fudge cake. Max Verstappen is waiting a bit longer than I'd have liked, if I'm honest, as the two bloody Alpines round the final turn. That's a bit long. That is a bit long. Fudge cake. Okay, 1,400 of you watching concurrently as we see the Alpines assume their grid boxes in the final ones. Final sip of Red Bull for prosperity. 2 reds, 3 reds, 4 reds, 5 reds. Lights out. Let's go. Maximilian Verstappen off. Covers Lando nicely. Oh, Lando tiptoes. Oscar Piastri's there. Oscar Piastri! Oscar Piastri's not doing anything silly, is he? Oh, Oscar had the opportunity for a nibble. As you were, ladies and gentlemen. After you clawed from Oscar. Oh, the humanity. George lost the place to Charles. Fudge, that's not good. That's not good. Go on then. Biggest loser. George Russell loses 2 places. Fudge, George. Mate. Needed to get involved there. George having a cheeky nibble on Charles Leclerc, though. He's not. I know it's Fernando. Look at that. Go on then, Fernando. Getting a bit testy. Oscar Piastri's got pace on Lando Norris, but he's not doing anything. Charles Leclerc looking to get nobbled by Alonso, but no chance. Surely Alonso's not that quick around here. Biggest loser, George Russell. Flipping. Oscar Piastri ran the outside on Lando Norris. Ooh! Ooh! Round the outside, Oscar Piastri. Let's go! Lando Norris now in 3rd place. Lando hasn't got pace early. What's going on, Lando? What's going on? Oh, but where's George? I thought like, bloody Nora ballsy any from Oscar. Do you know what I mean? It's not like we're playing for keeps here, Oscar Piastri. He does not care, does he? Forensic in the overtake. And then look at Lando struggling here. What's going on? Has he not got tyres up to temp? All eyes on the delta between Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris. Currently 0.6 is the delta. What's going on with Lando's car rear? Or the tyres or graining? Can't be graining yet, eh? Must be just early morning nerves from Lando Norris. But you gotta lock in here, Lando. Because you can't afford to really lose it. Look at, oh my gosh, look at Charles Leclerc beaming down. See, this is where I'd like, in an ideal world, for it to be George Russell here. Or maybe Lando. Is Lando just taking it easy and just biding his time? Oh my gosh, look at the big DRS from Charles Leclerc. Oh, the humanity. Charles Leclerc zooming in on the gearbox of Lando Norris. Remember, for the avoidance of doubt, Lando needs to be third at the very least to win the World Drivers' Championship if Maximilian Verstappen gains himself 25 points. Fudge. Charles Leclerc beaming down on the gearbox of Lando Norris. What is going on, chat? What world are we living here? Go on then. The picks, these are the important points. Lando Norris is no longer in the DRS of Oscar Piastri. Behind him, Charles Leclerc is within his DRS. What's going on? Is maybe Lando's just managing? This is like, well, I just need to be in third, whatever. Maybe he's managing. Just said it, let everybody crack on and whatever, and I'll just manage. Is that what Lando's doing? Lost himself 1.1 seconds, or maybe, no, he's speeding up now and he's looking to get in the DRS of Oscar, isn't he? Huh. I think Lando might be managing this here, you know. He's just said, whatever, crack on, lads, and I've got it from here. You know what I mean? You guys can take a coffee break, and I'll see you at the finishing line. Just not looking to get involved. Is that mature from Lando there? I don't hate it. If he's just managing, just going around in third, line of least resistance. Yeah, line of least resistance maybe. Because none of them behind him can really hang. Unless it was George. I'd hope George would be there, but George was bloody... Lando's back in at the pack. Fair play. I don't hate it. Don't hate it. Just managing. Matt's faster slap. He needs luck, doesn't he? Charles still within DRS. Is Lando playing tricks here? Is he being a snake oil salesman and hiding his speed lights under a bushel? Max Verstappen goes quicker. Quick S to 29.117. I mean, he's not putting the handbrake on just yet. What? Brundle suggests that potentially if we're going to see a 2016 circumstance, Lewis backing up Nico Rosberg, then Max backing up Oscar Piastri et al. Oh, after the set, yeah, he can't afford to because they've split the strategy. If he chills out, yeah, that's it. If he chills out early and not in the second stop, he risks getting nailed by Oscar Piastri. So he's got to go here. He's got to go, and then in the die numbers, we can see some brinksmanship. What is George doing here? Charles Leclerc within 0.6 of Lando Norris. DRS wide open again. Lando just what? Look, you see Lando just looking in his mirrors. George Russell up the inside of Alonso for 5th place. Get in there, George. What are you doing, chap? You were meant to get a decent start and flipping put some pressure. What are we doing, George Russell? How frustrating, chat. Remcon, you're a legend. Oscar on hards will now be holding Lando up. Oh, the humanity. This is true. This is true. But I think Lando only needs third, right? So I think he'd be happy to just sit down there and make sure that he's not in the carbon fibre zone. 1,600 of you watching can currently do me a favour and smash the like. Charles Leclerc, eh? Charles Leclerc does look fast, Martin. He does look quick. He's got race pace as Charles. Charging. I think Lando's all right here. Plan A target lap, says Lando. I think they're just managing, aren't they? They're managing. Let me not get too gassed up. Darius, you're a legend out here gifting memberships. I appreciate you more than words might be able to convey. Darius, you're a legend. And if you're a brand new member, get yourself over to the community tab and get yourself in the Discord and some priority in the chat each and every single time and some very sexy emojis. If you're not a member and want to become one, top right of your screen. Fudge. Yeah, Lando's just managing here. I see you, Lando. Yeah, Bernie Collins. Lando's managing through turns 3, 4. Yeah. I see you, Lando. I see you. What's Lando started on? So he started on medium. So potentially then, what are we looking at, chat? Potentially, we are looking at Lando stopping anywhere between lap 20 and lap 26, or between lap 17 and 23. Where Lando stops will tell us a lot about his strategy. Here running 20 to 26, then he's one stopping. I think that's what I'll be aiming for. That's all that makes sense. He won't want to complicate. He won't want to over egg the cake mixture, will he? Keep it simple, stupid, is what Lando will be thinking. Yeah, Lando seems to have this covered. I think he's just... What happened to George? Oh, George. Critical mistakes from George, both in qualifying yesterday and off the start today. Your runners and riders with 6 laps in the books, 53 left on the docket. Max Verstappen dominating thus far. Not the best start, but not the worst. Good enough. 129.7 last tour. Leads from Oscar Piastri, 2.2 seconds down the road. From Oscar Piastri is a further 1.3 seconds down the road in third. That's all that Lando Norris needs to do if we're having the conversation under the aegis of him winning his maiden World Drivers' Championship. Still though, Charles Leclerc in DRS. Chaos in fourth. George Russell in fifth at 1 place or down 1 place from his grid start position. Alonso thereafter, Bortoleto, Hajar, Ocon, Tsunoda-san nowhere to be seen. 10 seconds off the pace. Oh, the humanity. Yeah, Oscar Piastri, they're doing the pincer effect. You remember what Pablo Elizalde said? Verstappen over the radio. This is good for now, Max. We may wish to go longer, so just keep on top of it. Again, remember, if he's going to do one stop anywhere between lap 20 and 26. Interesting. Never ever been a safety car around it. A red flag, excuse me. I was like, no, that's not true. Safety car 2021, if you'll recall. $1,600 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour, smash the like. This is going to get... I feel like there's racing to be done here. I feel like there is racing to be done. Matt should back Norris up into Leclerc. Not yet. You can't do it quickly, FD. If he starts backing up, then you risk being jumped by Oscar in the final stint. Then he can do all his brinksmanship stuff. But if he starts to back people up, then he risks losing track now. Time and place, right? If he does it now, then he risks losing the place to OJP. So Charles, you're a legend. Well, I'll talk about a start. Holy, I want more. Give me more F1 gods, I beg of thee. By the way, please leave a like and sub. You're a legend. Blow past 60k today. Let's go, Sir Charles Edward Cheese. We'll get there in the end, I promise, with some elbow grease. Out here gifting membership, Sir Charles. I appreciate you, chat, more than words might convey. Go on then. Leclerc dropping shells. We've asked Oscar to pick up the pace a bit, is the message to Lando. Oh, I think they've... I think McLaren have orchestrated this. I think they've orchestrated it. I think this is the move. I think they're micromanaging this. I think their plan was to do as what they've done. That Oscar Piastri would nail Lando early and put some pressure on Max. I think this is what they planned. Because I mean, he's got Gap Piastri over the radio. Let's see if we can start putting Verstappen under pressure. Oh wow, Lando runs a little wide. Let's have a look at the delta between Charles. Go easy. Charles will nab you, Lando, if you start making mistakes, chap. You need to keep it on the black stuff, Lando. The delta between Charles and Lando has never been less than this. Charles Leclerc is close. Look at this. 0.6. Oh, the humanity. God, and Nico Hulkenberg stopped. Don't hate that. What's going on here, chat? I'm trying to work this out. So Nico Hülkenberg stops from softs. So 9 laps worth on the softs, as anticipated. Just all eyes on this gap between Charles and Lando. He's managing, isn't he, Lando? I see you, Lando. Sir Lewis, Carl Davidson, Hamilton. Pits. Lando, see how Lando just got, he pulls out of the DRS there. Yeah, Lando's saving. He's saving his Lando. He's saving. And Charles Leclerc starts to grain and suffer from deg a little bit. Yeah, I think Lando's managing his resource. One man, one Fangio thesis, that you want to get over the line having deployed the minimum resource out of yourself and the car. That's the Piastri. Verstappen has started graining on the front right tyre. Get moving, therefore. Oscar Piastri is the insinuation. Who cares about Hamilton? New members join the Discord, says Cheaper 100%. Discord link is on the community tab. Lewis on a one-stopper. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Martin Brunder says, how would you know that it's graining from thousands of miles away? Soft didn't last long, though, never. Oh wow! Did they stop? Lando? But they're gonna have to stop Lando first, Bernie, because he's on mediums. Like, is this not maths? Ten laps left, or sorry, 10 laps in the books. 47 remaining. Oh, the humanity, chap. How do you like yourself some F1? Why do I feel like there's a very many twists and turns still to happen in the championship? It's McLaren's fault, isn't it? Cheeky disqualification, ride height, mistakes, errors of the unforced variety, strategic faux pas, egalitarianism, favouritism or lack thereof. Do you know what I mean? Feels like this season's had everything, a little bit of everything at different stints, at different stages in the championship. Here we go. Zach Brown. Leclerc, please come through. 2-stop race at least with one. Zach Brown says, I can't say I'm comfortable, mate, but so far so good. Oh, the humanity. Chug that sucker. I have to, John. Here we go. Proper. Zach Brown says he wasn't surprised by the switch. I think that was in the plans. We think Verstappen's graining has started. Your tyre's looking better condition than his. Go get a move on Oscar Piastri. Can you attack for $500? Zach Brown confirms the McLaren. Yeah, he just about confirmed it, didn't he? And breathe, but also Max Barcelona. Oh, Dr. Fistus, problemas. Yeah, that's the issue, isn't it? And anyone hear an obese person scream? Not yet. The obese lady isn't singing yet. Anyone know what's inside that Ferrari tent at the race? No idea. Charles Edward, proper legendary settings. I appreciate you, mate. Too much has happened. That's why I can't feel straightforward until 100% Rencon. It's over. Congrats, Lando. As it was over in 2021, Matt. Never count your chickens. Telling you. Never count your chickens. Come on, McLaren, pit stop button. I mean, do you remember Zach Brown's book? The title of it is 7/10. Why? Because last year in 2024, the equivalent fixture Abu Dhabi, Zak Brown said, had McLaren's pit stop of Lando Norris been 7/10 slower, then they would have lost themselves the Constructors' Championship. 7/10. There's a lot of jinx in here. There's a lot of, if you are indeed superstitious, which I'm not for the most part. 12 laps in the books, 46 remaining. Oh, the humanity. Go on, let's get our eyes on some of the lap times and deltas. I feel like Lando's just managing this mostly, as you would if you Lando in an MCL 3.9. The gap, all right, so the gap between Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris for third position, 1.3 seconds. Ergo, Charles Leclerc is now outside of DRS. This is where you get into McLaren territory, right? Tyre water, phase changing materials, or whatever, or maybe just very sexy, ambitious anti-dive and anti-squat setup. This is why that McLaren can minimise for the rate at which its tyres deg more than most. And around here, especially given the fact that the track and ambient temperatures are 31 and 26.7 degrees Celsius respectively, you'd expect the MCL 3.9 in the hands of Lando and Oscar Piastri to be very much in its natural habitat per se. Piastri, oof. If Oscar can't win, then let's go, Max. Oscar's got this, mate. Well, all three are managing now. Yeah, 100%. There's going to be the overcut from Oscar Piastri, right? I mean, he's closing Max a little bit. 1.8 seconds in the delta. Lando Norris says graining. Oh, the humanity. Lando is taking it easy just to win. Third place is mediocre finish for a champion. Oh, Chiba. Sometimes needs must, though, eh? Sometimes one must do exactly what one must do. No more, no less. Kaori in the house. I'm nervous about it. Oh, the humanity. I can't cope. Where's this water at? What's going on, Deets? You're a legend. Oh, gosh, I can't cope. Suddenly it reeks of being boring. Hey, Maury. Not yet. This is nerve-wracking. Go on then. The pit window between lap 20 and 26 for mediums. But again, GP's already been over the radio saying, chill out, mate. You might need to go a bit long here, Max. But again, this is why it's the gift. Again, I understand over the course of a season, it makes sense to have a clear delineation, a dotted line between your number one driver in a Michael Schumacher type and your number two in a Rubens Barrichello. However, if the championship is close and it goes down to the wire, then advantage McLaren, right? Because they've got the pincer movement in their back pocket. Like, look how they're desperately trying to checkmate Max Verstappen and Red Bull in 4 moves or less. Gary Kasparov settings. Max is slowing down. He can't slow down yet. He's got to make sure that he nails. He's got to go hard. I think he might be graining and degging ever so slightly, as versus the hard compound tyres of Oscar Piastri. Coming towards the end of a stint, remember, between lap 20 and 26. Oscar picking up a bit. He is indeed. 1.7 second is the delta between your first and second place drivers in Max and Oscar. Verstappen needs to pick it back up a bit. I hope Max wins. Oh, here we go. George is right. Ted Kravitz. Oh my gosh. Circumstances undercut. Okay, look. All right, look. Let me show you this. This is important. Here we go, chat. Curveball settings. Let me show you guys this. Look at this. George Russell has done this. He looks like he's on one of these, either strategy 3 or strategy 4. I think George Russell is 2-stopping here. So early has he pitted? Or maybe even strategy 5. He's gone early as George. Oh, the humanity. All right, then. Let's see, chat. We've got ourselves circumstances and potentially some tyre offsets in the final stint. Go on then. Where does George... Martin Brundle makes the pertinent point. George is coming out behind Franco Colapinto, so he's got to nail him quickly. 1 second adrift of Franco is... Yeah, that's unfortunate for George. The ginger departure from his pit stop has had him come out behind Franco Colapinto. He's got to get rid of him quick. Got to nail him. Alpine, how do you like those Mercedes engines next year and beyond? You want to get out the way quickly. McLaren come out, but that's a dummy from McLaren. Bortoletto in the pits. I think this is going to get a bit techie, chat. Remember, all that Lando Norris needs to do to win himself a championship is finish on the podium, anywhere on it, and then he'll win. If Max wins, in order for Max to win the championship, he'll need for Lando to finish 4th or lower. Denying Max the duel may be genius. Max is longer racing Lando. This is Max versus McLaren. Fascinating, EC. Far too kind, and it is. It's pincer move settings. They're using everything within their power, McLaren, as you would expect them to. As you might expect them to. Matt's got softer tyres than Oscar, 100%. He's on mediums, is Matt's. Keep building this gap on Leclerc. It gives us choices, says Will Joseph, but it's only 2.5 seconds. Brundle's right. He's going to need more than that. OJP, WDC in 40. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things. Piastri is closing. Well, no. I think Max has responded. Oscar was closing in a couple laps ago. There we go. Lando Norris in the pits. All right, all eyes on this pit stop, chat. This is important here. 7/10 at Brown. Let's see. Cometh the hour, cometh the man, and all that. Decent stop from Lando. Don't hate that. A cheeky drift king on the way out. However, don't hate that. 2.1 seconds from Lando. Don't hate that. Fair play, McLaren. Pits for hards. Oh, the humanity. 1 stop in there for. He's on the premium strategy per Pirelli, isn't he? Angel, you're a legend. Get yourself over to the Discord, mate. So it looks like Lando Norris pits on lap 17, though. I think Lando... Hang on, then. I think Lando will pit again. Okay, I think plan A for Oscar is stopping once. Split strategies all over the shop. Mind you, Lando Norris comes out behind Antonelli. So here we go. This is where it gets a bit techie for Lando. Are you a danger mouse, Lando? Can you work your way through some carbon fibre bods? Or are you not? Are you a Sebastian Vettel type who struggles to work his way through a pack? Here's where the unforced errors will come, if indeed there will be any. Lando's got to work his way through Antonelli, but Antonelli will pit soon. Or maybe not. Hang on, chat. Hang on. Lando Norris is losing time here. Why have they brought... What's going on here, chat? This is interesting. Okay. Antonelli will have to pit, but he's on hard, so he's running longer, remember. So Lando Norris is losing time all the while he's behind these bods. Lando Norris has a cheeky look up the inside of Antonelli. Time is a losing, McLaren. Time is a losing. Come on. Bear with, chat. George complains ever so slightly about moving under braking. Fuck it. Oh, Lando. Dive bomb on Kimi Antonelli. Be careful, mate. Wouldn't be the first time that Kimi Antonelli has had a cheeky incident. Mention no names, Austria. Antonelli's got the DRS, but so too has Lando Norris. Is Antonelli has a cheeky go. Oh, careful, Kimi. Oh, no. It's techie and the techie things out here. Go on then. Lando on a Williams. No, there you go. Carlos says those are good. Those boys are good mates. Carlos Sainz has done him a favour there, hasn't he? Flipping Nora on Stroll next up. Stroll next up, chat. It was 2021. Bravo, Martin Brunder, for calling that out. That's exactly where Max overtook Sir Lewis in the final lap of their 2021 showdown, isn't it? Garlando at ticket. Yeah, they're mates. Oh, wow. Bernie says this is the most dangerous portion. Lance Stroll. All eyes on Lance. And they don't have... Oh, yeah. Yuki Tsunoda ahead for Lando. Stroll doesn't fight it. Oh, wow. Yuki Tsunoda ahead next up. Clever from Lando. He nailed Yuki nicely, although Yuki's going to have a go back at him. Do you remember when they short-fueled Checo Perez? Oh, no, it's not Yuki. What are you on about? It's Liam Lawson. Yuki's up next. Do you remember when they short-fueled Checo in 2021? So that he was super racy. Liam Lawson tries to go around the outside of Lando. Are you going to be a hero, Liam? Bloody Nora. This is a bit dicey. I'd bet that they've short-fueled Liam, or that Liam Lawson at the very least would be very racy. Tsunoda-san next up on hards. Tsunoda-san is gonna start to back up Lando Norris, isn't he? I thought that Liam Lawson, the white racing bull, was Tsunoda-san, but it's not, of course. Do it for the oh dear. 1700 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. I haven't seen Lewis Hamilton once. Not once, and he's up 6 places, by the way. I mean, that's what happens when you qualify out of position, right? When you don't make Q2 even for 3 races consecutively. Sad times. Sad times over at Hamiltonville. Charles Leclerc, only a couple seconds down the road from Lando. So go on, this is where it gets techie, chat. 21 laps in the books, 38 laps remaining. So we're having the conversation now under the aegis of a 3-second gap between Lando and Tsunoda-san in the other Oracle Red Bull Racing. Not long after having secured his reserve drive for 2026 with Oracle Red Bull Racing, the bulls that are red. Here's why it's techie, because you saw Tsunoda-san already had this had mens rea. Wanted to inject himself into this argument for the Drivers' Championship. Why? Well, because you saw in free practice how he parked his car on an apex with Lando Norris onrushing on a hot lap. So I think Yuki could... it would be controversial, wouldn't it, though? It would be controversial. How are you feeling, EasyG? I hope you're less nervous than me, mate, because I'm all over the show. Sorry, I'm late, chat. EasyG in the house. Tell me how you're feeling, mate. T minus 21 seconds is how much you will lose from a pit stop under green flag circumstance, meaning, therefore, if Max Verstappen were to pit now, he'd, of course, come out behind or in front, for now, of Lando Norris. Wow. Tsunoda-san, Lando, DRS, 1 lap or less. Give it all you have. Can you say Checo Perez 2021 for £500? Come on, Russell. Come on, Yuki. Come on, Charles. Tsunoda-san might low-key let him through. Well, we'll see, isn't it? He's just got, I think... Here we go. Charles is fast, to be fair. Huh. Flip. There we go. George and Charles are close. Look at this. Delta between Charles and Lando, 1.6 seconds. I know what to do. Leave it to me. Leave me to it. Oh, the humanity. Go on then. Incoming. Drama, chat. Drama. He's going to... this is where it gets techie. All eyes on Yuki here. Yeah, he signed the contract. Signed the contract, big boy. Tsunoda-san is an Oracle Red Bull Racing driver for next year. Reserve, mind. But yet and still... incentivized. Lando's got to be careful here, mate. This is going to get techie. Oh, the humanity. Here we go, chap. For all the marbles. This is where Lando Easy G will need to have himself some forensic Oscar Piastri-esque overtaking. Lando too slow. I'm nervous. Go on then, he's going to hold him up and back Lando into Charles Leclerc, isn't he? That's smart from Racing Bulls to put, Red Bull, excuse me, to put Yuki Tsunoda on them medium compound tyres. Hard compound, excuse me, so he can stay out for longer. All right, here we go, chat. 24.5 seconds, of course, for a cheeky pit stop. Let me show you guys. Take a picture of that. Those are the strategies potentially. Go on then. Incoming. Houston, we have ourselves a problem. We have ourselves some Lando on Yuki. Yuki said, leave it to me. I know exactly what to do. Tread carefully, Lando. Never fight with somebody who's got less to lose than you, chap. Yuki Tsunoda doing the snake oil fingers. Lando. Oh my gosh. Yuki Tsunoda forces Lando Norris way wide. Yuki Tsunoda goes super wide on the geometric racing line to try and have a... Oof. Wow. Oh yeah, was that track infringement, chat? He did it. He did get it nailed. Charging now. Yuki Tsunoda's going to have another... Look at Yuki. Yuki's not having it. He's going to have another go. Max Verstappen comes in the pits properly as Lando Norris gets into some free air. Oh, the humanity. That's it. I'm going to go. Okay, Lando overtook off track. So what happens now then? Clever from Yuki. But what do the... very, very clever from Yuki. Did Honda sends their regards. Huh. I'm keen to see, are we going to get any sort of, we're investigating Piastri over the radio. Max Verstappen departs the pits 5 seconds down the road from Lando Norris. Go on then, let's have a look at, was this off track from Lando? I'm reaching, chat. I'm reaching here. Oof. Oof. Oh no, Lando overtook off track. Yuki did move several times though, to be fair. Tsunoda noted. Cheeky 5 second penalty. I think they'll just give it to him, you know. They might just give it to Lando just to spice things up. Cheeky 5 second penalty. Yuki weaving on track is not cool, says Max. I don't hate it. Yuki was weaving too. I think the weave... He was weaving. He was weaving. He was more exacerbated in his weave as versus Max this time in 2021, right? Remember when Lewis went to try and out fixed? Oh, the humanity. Shut up, Brundle. Leclerc got to come through. And Yuki won't. Yuki will let Charles Leclerc come through straight away. But oh, he has already. Look at that. The delta between 2.5. Red Bull will be on to the FIA. Laurie Mekis will be having conversations there. This is when you need to get Jonathan Wheatley into it. I mean, Yuki can afford to get penalised. 20 seconds incoming, Valking. I think they'll make it. He wasn't forced off. Yeah, this is a problem, chat. I think this is a problem for Lando. I think they're just going to give him a penalty just to spice it up. Remember, per Liam Parker, Chief Communications Officer of Liberty Media, this isn't a sport. This is content. It's content, so what do you think they're going to do? Of course they're going to give Lando a cheeky penalty. Whether he deserves it is another conversation. Probably not. Where did they expect him to go? Charlie's the key. Yeah, Charlie's the key. 2.5 seconds is the delta. Shot. Okay, so they've noted Yuki as well. We wait and see then. They're looking at the overtake. Oh my God. They're looking at the overtake. And Charles Leclerc goes purple, chat. 26 laps in the books. 33 left. Oh, wow. Leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Oh, the humanity. Are we going to have another controversial circumstance? I told you, chat. If the FIA don't start being more consistently consistent sometimes, then of course you're going to get more controversial circumstances, polemic ones. Let's have a look. Sure. I hope Ferrari get over the radio and say, sure, you might want to stay within 5 or 10 seconds of this chap, and get George Russell in there as well. 10 seconds adrift now of George Russell. Is Lando Norris down the road? Mercedes so assisting McLaren all season. I don't know about that too, Racer. I don't know. 1900 of you watching can currently do me at 10-second penalty. 5 seconds for Lando. Wow, no way. Did they give him? Wow, if they've given him 5 seconds, that's chaos. You guys are a tad in front of me. No way did they give him a 5 second. Oh my gosh. Did they really give him 5 seconds? I'm behind you guys. Imagine they gave him a 10-second. Then we've got chaos. Then we've got real chaos. Did they give him 5 seconds? Piss up. Go away, chat. No way. From the future, no pen yet. Okay. Thank God. Right, I need to do something here. You'll excuse me. So Oscar might need to help him out here. Right, you boys looking at this. I've got to get all over the steward's messages. Bloody Nora, chap. What are we doing here? No penalty to speak of just yet, but they are investigating it. Turn 5 incident involving cars 4 and 22 is noted. Leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Oh, the humanity. Nope. Don't forget that this season, leaving the track and overtaking is 10 seconds. Bloody Nora Caspers. Oh, the humanity. Lap time deleted, Lewis Hamilton. Not yet. As a function of the length of time that they're taking to note it. Norris needs a penalty. He drove around Yuki. He's gained an advantage. Why didn't you just give back the place? Lando Norris started to do purple. I think they've given him the hurry up now. Have McLaren and Will Joseph. You might need to get moving, Lando Norris, because it might get a bit techier than techie things. Max would have got punished. Oh, the humanity. You'll never walk alone. Just give Lando a 5 seconds. I think I might even give him a 10-second chat. It's content, remember. It's content. It's not a sport. 1900 of you watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. We have ourselves 29 laps in the books, 30 still left on the docket. Oh, the humanity. All eyes on the stewards. We spoke about this, chat, that the stewards at some point were going to interject themselves in the argument. Yeah, Lando Norris is on a 2-stop strategy. He pitted too early. Lap 17 pit. Going to have to do himself 2 stops. Where Lando did the right thing. H. the Wood says. I didn't hate what Lando did. He kind of needed to get it done right because it would have been a problem otherwise. McLaren fumbles Oscar again. Cam, if Max wins the championship, I'll stop complaining about the unhealthy Red Bull drinks. But until then, no more Red Bull drinks. 100% boo. I'm off them between this season and next. There's content, says TWM, and then there's injustice. I think they're going to interject here, you know. We need 58% of you say that Max will nail it. Yuki gets the penalty. No further action, chat. Oh, the humanity. No further action, leaving the track and gaining an advantage from car number 4. Oh, the humanity. Oh. Techie. British bias settings. Huh. Fair. Yuki kept pushing him left. Fixed. Oh no, it's gonna get techie. I can see. Let's all put on our tinfoil hats again. Does Lando deserve a penalty for overtaking and gaining an advantage? Sports entertainment. Why in the world can they give Yuki a penalty? It's ridiculous. Daylight robbery. Oh no. Oscar strategically. Oh no. It's happening. It's happened again. We have ourselves controversy. Fake champion. No. No, not like this. Max gets that penalty in the same circumstance. Rigged. Oh. Tristan says rigged. It's a bit tacky, that. So Brundle makes the point, right? If you have a scuffle and you go off the track, it's still track infringements. Martin Brundle just said that, right? Dude, everybody else gets a penalty. Oh no, it's happened again, hasn't it? All right, look, we have ourselves 27 laps remaining. Easy G, it's techie, isn't it? Straws clutching at. Oh, Yasser, loser champion. Lewis, black and white. Go on then, Max Verstappen purple. We have ourselves 27 laps remaining. So Yuki says, penalty? What penalty, bro? What, but go on, and if I'm going to argue both cases here as far as Lando's penalty or non-penalty. If you're Yuki and you watch 2021 and Max the way he defended Lewis did similar, right? Not Lewis. Max did similar when he was when Lewis was trying to get in his slipstream. So he's not moving necessarily, he's snaking, some would say. Now, was his snake more aggressive than Max's in 2021? Max's was deliberately more gradual, just to make sure Lewis didn't get 100% of the slipstream. Yuki's was more aggressive, so stewards have categorised it as a move. And you're not allowed to defend, you're not allowed to move more than once, unless you move and defend your inside and then move twice to assume the geometric racing line. But if the question is whether Lando gained an advantage from going off track, he did. But was it Yuki that forced him? Was he averting an accident, or was he making an overtaking manoeuvre? You can argue either way, right? Ken, why do you think Norris will pit again? Because he pitted really early, about lap 17, I think. I think he'll pit. Actually, maybe not. Let's have a gander. Lando pitted lap 16. Lando pitted lap 16. Yeah, the strategy depends. Maybe Pirelli have SH1T'd the bed again. However, I think he's gonna. Yeah, I think Lando pits again between lap 34 and lap 40. Here's why, chat. This is important here. I think he pits again for softs, because otherwise his mediums. Otherwise his hards are going to have to go 60, nearly 40 laps. No. Although the hards are good for 40 laps, to be fair. Oh, it's techie. The hards are good for 40 laps, aren't they? Maybe he goes again. Maybe he doesn't need to go again. And these are brand new, fresh, hard compound tyres that Lando's on here. Black and white flag for Colapinto. Piastri gets a lap time deleted as well. Go on then. Runners and riders. Oscar Piastri leads. Ron Maximilian Verstappen, 9.4 seconds. .1 seconds is the delta. McLaren looking to pit Oscar Piastri imminently, of course. 8.7 seconds is the delta. So hang on. So Oscar will pit. That's the big question. Does Lando need to pit again or nah? Because it will get techie. He doesn't need to, but I think it will get a bit techie towards the end, especially if George pits, as I expect him to. $1,900 of you. Do me a favour, if you like the stream, then like the stream. It's going to get techier than techie things in a minute. I sense that there's more racing to be done. Wow. Go faster is the command to Lando. Off the humanity. It's too much. Piastri might pit again. Yeah, no, Piastri. Remember we said that Lando may have to pit again. He's pitted lap 17 very early. Come on, Hannah. Hannah and Pierre having a think. Also GP having a think. This feels a lot like 21 all of a sudden. They need favours. Can you imagine if somebody yeets it into the barrier with like 5 laps left? Oh my gosh. Go TV settings. "36 laps in the books. 23 left on the docket." Oh, the humanity. Why am I so nervous? Come on, George. Where are you at, cha? One stop, mate. No, I don't think so. Salamanca, you're a legend. MBS brother, conflict of interest cheat. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think so. I think nowhere near. I don't think that's the worst. And to be fair, I think they could have given Lewis a penalty. Lewis, Roy the incident. They could have given Lando a penalty respective, and I think still it's tough. Circumstance required here. Brits are happy. In Hannah we trust. Why aren't they pitting Oscar? Coming in a minute. He'll be coming next couple of laps for Oscar. Red Bull messed up Max Championship from the beginning with a rubbish car. Piastri complaining about tyres a tad. Robbed again, says Max Frieder. Off. The gap is coming down. Go on, I need to just do this very quickly, then we'll get back on job. No, they replayed it already. If we're talking about Lando's pass on Yuki, they did show us. Okay. OJP sounds pretty cool under pressure. He does sound very cool, to be fair. He does sound very cool. I stole 2 televisions and punctured 3 tyres, but Yuki moved under braking, so that's fine. Bondo, dude, it's techie. I'm telling you, go on then, let's get back on job here. Because your boy's sleeping. Come on, guys, race is not over. It's not over until the overweight lady sings. Kaori, you're a legend. And breathe. Go on then, let's have a look at runners and riders. T-minus 21 laps left for the championship here. Lando Norris has the whip hand. Only needs to finish third and then he's Gucci, isn't it? Barcelona for $500. Oscar Piastri, 29.1 last tour, but he's got to pit again, hasn't he? Max Verstappen now closing in on Oscar Piastri's lead. 4.1 seconds adrift. Are they going to leave Oscar out so that... circumstances make me who I am. Max Verstappen second, 4 seconds adrift now, 3.9 of Oscar Piastri for the lead. Lando Norris 10 seconds behind Oscar Piastri for the race lead. Then you got yourself some Charles Leclerc, 6 seconds behind Lando. Russell, Stroll from Alonso, Bortoletto, Ocon and Behrman. Oh, the humanity. Christian, it's techie that. Can't root for somebody else's downfall. I couldn't be so bad mind. But it looks like they need to invoke Christian Horner. Do you remember when Christian came over the radio in 21 and said, we're going to need a miracle? Potentially. And not like a safety car miracle either. They're going to need a miracle here. Fudge. Karma is a yacht, ain't it, Max? Oh, no, cheater. It's Barcelona. It's the 9 points, isn't it? Fudge cake. And Austria. But then I suppose you can play, Easy G will be on to me in a second. If you're going to play Water 4 hypotheticals, then you've got to talk about Lando's DNF, the reliability issues in Zandvoort. So too, you've got to talk about the crash in Canada. Got to normalise for some of Oscar's loss in the British Grand Prix. There's always the what ifs and hypotheticals. If my auntie had a phallic tool, she would be my uncle. We need the racing god. The racing god to intervene. Honestly, we do, says Triple. Squeaky bum time. Once Max has the lead in the final stint, I think Max is going to back all of them up in a way that's going to cause chaos. It's the final 10-15 laps, isn't it? How long does sauce last? No more than 10 laps. Between 10 and 13 laps, excuse me for the soft compound tire. Come on, let's go. Oof. Oof. What do you do, Lando? What do? You've got to mimic. So, the problem is that they might need to. They won't double stack, but they could do with. They'll. Oh yeah, go on then. No pressure, McLaren. Do you know what I mean? Box, Lando. Go on then. And I told to bots. All eyes on this pit stop, chat. "21 seconds is how much Lando needs. He's got. I mean, look at that. It's all right. He's got about 8 seconds in hand, hasn't he? Go on then. All eyes on this Lando Norris pit stop, eh? If you're a Max Verstappen fan. 7/10 at Brown. Easy. 2.4 seconds. Bravo, McLaren. Good game. Good game. Too easy. He'll come out about 5 seconds ahead of Charles and the rest. Look at Oscar Piastri just holding up Max. Max Verstappen parks it on the apex to ensure that there's no chance of an Oscar Piastri switchback. Bravo, Max. I don't hate that. Oof. Lando has the whip hand, ladies and gentlemen of the F1 jury. At T-minus 18 laps left. Oscar, by the way. Orlando, by the way. Oscar Piastri about to come into that'll give Lando Norris second. Oh, the humanity. Max is going to back them all up in a minute. Watch this. Piastri comes in. Max should be all right. Look at that. 35 laps on hards. Okay, Oscar Piastri. Oh, the humanity. McLaren have done all they need to do in the pit stop. Oh, no. Oh, the humanity. I think Max just takes his foot off the accelerator now, you know. Go on, and all eyes on that gap. I think Max Verstappen just slows up massively, you know. Will he get a black and white flag though? 24.4 seconds in the delta. I think Max is going to slow up massively here. Charles on George, don't hate that. 34 seconds. Go on then, 5 seconds in the delta. 6, excuse me, between Charles and Lando. 24.5 seconds in the delta that Max Verstappen has in his back pocket. Piastri on the radio. Want to chat? Oh yeah, look at that. It's quite clever from McLaren, because if anybody's going to overtake Oscar, it's going to be Max. So it kind of Oh wow, he's got the free pit stop. Look at that. That's true. Bravo, Bernie. It doesn't matter though, does it? Yeah, he's very safe for the first place, but it's what happens behind him. Oh yeah, look at that. Charles Leclerc is faster. Okay, go on then, Charles. Charles last time ran does purple, 27.2, a second quicker than Lando and Norris, 16 laps left. Okay, we've got jeopardy, chat. It's all about Charles, isn't it? 6 lap old mediums, 22 laps on the mediums. 22 laps on them mediums. His tyres are going to fall off towards the end. Oh, the humanity. All right, chat. So we have ourselves a little bit of a race here. Climactic settings. 1,700 of you watching concurrently. Do me a favour, smash the like. If, of course, you like the stream, I appreciate each and every single one of you to the moon and back. As we round third on a 2025 Drivers' Championship. It's going to get a bit techie here, I think. It's up to... It's all in Charles, isn't it? I hope Max has bought Charles a couple of drinks and some Christmas cards. Why is Oscar still fudging out there? He's going to need to be 1.5 seconds quicker. No, so he's not backing anybody up, is he? Max is just going down the road. Piastri sacrificial lamb settings. Bring it home, Lando. Techie. Leclerc back in P4, flipping Nora. Charlie's the key. Crofty nailed it. Max Verstappen could come in and put softs on and then just wreak havoc, right? I think that's what they do because he's got a free pit stop. Let's have a look. Remember, you need 21 seconds and he's got 23. I reckon Max might come in and just put soft compound tyres on in a minute. Back everybody up. Do you know what I mean? Constantine, full chaos settings, black and whites, whatever. What else does he have? At this, it is about to get juicy, methinks. If they picked Max Verstappen imminently. So, as of the time of writing the story is this. Last tour, Oscar takes a second out of Max Verstappen's lead. The delta between first and second sits at 22.5 seconds. Last tour, Charles Leclerc takes an equivalent, well, no, not a second. Lando Norris has perked up, look at that. I'll be not entertained. I'm nervous, chat, is what's going on here. Latifi moment incoming, don't bet against it. I'm nervous, 14 laps remaining. So if Max is going to pit, he'd need to pit now, and Red Bull would have to... Not anymore. If they were going to pit Max for a cheeky set of softs and he was going to wreak havoc, then they'd need to do it soon. I'm a Charles fan. The delta between Charles and Lando. Yeah, Lando's locked in now. Look at that. He's lapping at the same pace as Charles Leclerc, realising that what he doesn't want to do is lose in the all-important third place position. So Maxi softs and bunch them up potentially, but he'd need to do it now because, oh my gosh, look at the guy. No, I think they're going to stay. I think they keep him out. It's not worth the risk. FIA, please don't. Easy cheat. Oh, the humanity. Good morning, Jason. I hope you're good. Is that Glock? It is Glock 2008 settings. Lewis Hamilton, Interlagos. Why aren't Red Bull gambling? You've got to weigh up the gamble. I don't think it's worth it because they're playing with 22 seconds, right? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Charles Leclerc goes 26.8 last tour, only a tenth quicker than Lando Norris. If Norris gets it, then well done, chap. 100% Jerome. You got to get. He's done. In the end, very long way round, but he might have done what he needed to do here, Lando. Sean needs to put it in third. I know. Quickest 126.7 from Shaw on them medium compound tyres. I think they might pit. Why wouldn't they pit Max? True, Brundle makes the point. If they were going to do it, then they would have done it already. Now with 22 seconds, the gap between Max and Oscar. Max can still easily pit if something happens. No, not anymore. 21.5 seconds is how much you need. The gap between Max and Oscar is 21.8. Max needs favours from Charles here. 13 laps. Oh, it's techie. Charles going to need to do something incredible. Bearing in mind, he's on mediums and they'll deg more. Charles is driving his AWS off in that SH1T box. Agreed. Lapped cars time, maybe. No. I think Lando was plate safe. 4 seconds the delta between Charles and Lando. And Charles too nice, isn't he? He won't want to get in. He won't want to get involved in this, will Charles, I don't think. Good mates is he with Lando, as is he with Max. Uno reverse, 21. Max must stay. He's got to stay out now. 21.1 seconds. He doesn't have enough. 21.5 seconds is how much you need if you're going to pit under green flag circumstance and come out ahead of the chap behind you. He's killing those tyres. Max can't pit anymore. Still praying, says he. It's we're rounding third here. Lando Norris, for the avoidance of doubt, has the whip hand. 1900 if you're watching concurrently, do me a favour and smash the like. Remember this. Oh, Max says, is he catching him or not? GP says fairly equal place. Nothing drastic. Oh, no. Not anymore. No pit stop window. If he's going to back up, he's going to have to bring his foot off the throttle. And this guy's talking to Collar Pinto today. Can we talk about Lewis coming up from second? Still pushing. Don't hate it, Shannon, but bigger fish to fry at the moment. If we're having a conversation under the aegis of the drivers' champion in 2025, T-minus 11 laps remaining. Max can't pit anymore. Spare. He hasn't got time. If Max were to pit, then he'd give up first, and then the championship is absolutely done. It is very techie. F me, 10 laps left, says Dr. Vistas. Bloody no, what's going on? Spain, Vanny, I swear. Spain. Anyway, whatever. If my auntie had a phallus tool, she'd be my uncle. Ifs, buts, and maybes. Safety car might help. You need Charles. Charles laps last time around 26.9. Lando Norris last tour 26.8. Antonelli and Colapinto do your job. It's not a safety car that you need. It isn't a safety car. T-minus 11 laps. Lando Norris has the whip hand. He's done all right here. Does Yuki stop on track and wait for Norris? And that chaos. Chaos, Blauvelt. Absolute chaos. Vegas and Qatar also, as far as the water. I'm sorry, Cam, don't know about no morals no more. Need me a techie Norris failure. Oh, the humanity, Christian. I can't. 8th place is Goldfish. Team RH. Let's wait for next year. TWM says. It's been chaos for Lewis. It has been chaos. Is that Glock? Go on then. 49 laps in the books. T minus 10 remaining. Driver of the day settings. Is it Max? Is it Antonelli? Is it Lewis? I mean, Lewis has gone clear, hasn't he? But stop it, T-Racer. Leave it to me. Yuki, favourite quote. Oh, the humanity. Do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Imagine if Hamilton bins it and... Oh, my gosh, mate. Don't make early exits now. Fair enough, easy. Lando will be the worst champion of... There's no way, Vanidar, that Lando's worse than Jensen Button in 09. I'm not having that. Lando, when he's had his Weetabix, isn't a bad driver. He's not bad. 1900 of you watching concurrently. I appreciate each and every single one of you to the moon and back, and I mean that earnestly. Why am I so nervous still? T minus 10 laps left, chat. Oh, the humanity settings. And breathe. We need to get it feels like a funeral a little bit. Barcelona. Chaos, chat. Honestly. You can't even do it. Do me a favour. We need to get a driver of the day poll out there. Brave. I'm brave. Oh my gosh, chat. I'm so nervous. Can't cope with it. Is this fizzling out, chat? Is it fizzling out? Oh, so talking about scenario planning for safety car. Fair play. That was confusing then for Bull Joseph. I thought they were like, yeah, are you drunk? Lewis in P8 being considered for driver of the day is insane. Where's he come from though? He's done an alright job. Not that anybody's paying attention necessarily. Commentators already starting their championship speeches. Let's see. It isn't over, chat, until it's over. If past this prologue, history doesn't repeat, but sometimes it does rhyme. Sometimes. No, Kles. What would it be giving him a 5-second penalty for? Lewis cooking in 8th. Question mark. The first 1800 of you watching concurrently is round 3rd base on a 2025 championship. I want to inject some suspense into it. Everybody just staying tuned. Driver of the day, Lewis says infamous. I don't hate it. Will Piastri now be the second driver of wow. Well, that's the big bloody question, isn't it, going forward? Here's hoping not. I mean, track limits for Max. Failure incoming. If McLaren didn't F around in Vegas, Lando would have won already. True. Kaori, you're onto something there. Yeah, it was a good season with some doozies. Congratulations, Easy. Not yet. Pause for a second. Save that for a couple of laps just now. Lando Norris's mom breathing. She did not want to see herself on camera. Just don't want to jinx anything, Kay. We are lap 54. We are lap 52, excuse me. We have 7 laps remaining. He's gapped Charles, hasn't he? So go on then. The delta between Lando Norris for third and Charles Leclerc in fourth. 5.3 seconds. Charles Leclerc driver that I don't hate it. All the things. I don't hate it. Charles hasn't been half bad today. I'll wait until the flag. Oh, the humanity. Where are the stop the operator? Where are the stop the... Dude, the level is cracking me. Oh, the humanity. Lando Norris has the whip hand, chat. Let me do one of these. 6 laps remaining, 53 in the books. Yuki, absolutely. I didn't think Yuki was useless at all. He did something. This is where you need Checo, though, isn't it? Checo probably would have been a lot feistier than Tsunoda-san was. But again, they've got... You don't judge a car by how quick its number one driver is in it. You judge it by how quick the second driver is. Ipso facto, the RB21 is not therefore a good car. It just isn't. Just isn't. 28.4 last tour from Maximilian Verstappen. I need to do something here because I'm about a gazillion. Lando Norris's misses, all eyes on Blue Lips. Cameron crying for Checo back. Spicy. Imagine. Oh, the humanity. Oh my God, chat is happening. Easy G. Imagine. No, they couldn't disqualify. This is content. They couldn't disqualify for Planquare. I haven't even seen any sparks, to be fair. Easy G, don't tempt fate, chap. Red Bull will surely protest the penalty. Leclerc ate his tyres. Only 11 career wins for Lando. I don't know. This isn't the day to disparage Lando, I don't think. 5 laps remaining. 54 in the books. We are gathered here today to anoint a driver's champion. Is it Maximilian Verstappen, for some say soon to be 5-time champion, or will it be Lando Norris 2.0? I have no idea. Techie. I remember a Russell driving into the wall in the last lap, so I'm waiting. He's done that a couple of times, as George. Singapore for $500. Is he struggling with graining? Everybody's struggling with graining. Charles Leclerc, as near as makes no difference, 8 seconds down the road from Lando Norris. I love how everybody is shocked that George is a mediocre driver. Behave yourself, Biochem. When he's ready, Not a bad pedal. I'll hold you to that next year, Biochem girl, when Mercedes potentially have the quickest of cars on the grid. Cam, I think it's over, says Christian. Oh, the humanity. 4 laps remaining. 2,000 of you in the chat can currently do me a favour. If you like the stream, then like the stream. Is anything happening? Not just yet, mate. Not just yet. Deserving champion Lando. Tom, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm warming. 10-second penalty for the papaya crap livery. Incoming Lando glaze from British commentators. Oh no, that's the worst bit, isn't it, to be fair? Beat that and like. If you like the stream, then like the stream. It's techie, this. Barcelona chat. Easy G, fair play, mate, says Remcon. Lando drove a great race. Congrats, mate. He did what he needed to do, didn't he? He's done exactly what he needed to do, Lando. Fair play to him. Managed. Very measured and even-handed. So Lando was right. You can win with the quickest cars as well. LN1. Easy G, how you feeling, mates? Palms are sweaty. 2 laps to go. Oh, the humanity. Where's Safak? Oh, the humanity. What is going on here? Here's a bucket, guys. Cry more, says Easy G. Oh, the humanity is too much. Oh, gosh. Time to start drinking White Monster. I've run out of road, haven't I? The fortuitous circumstance feel like, you know what? It's not over until the overweight lady sings. Bailando. Oh, bailando. Lando new champion. It looks like it. Lando Norris drivers champion. People always thought it would happen. But not like this. Time for some Lando Norris. Get Abbas, I've got to give it to him. If he gets it over the line here with 3 laps left or 2 laps remaining even, then fair play to him. And there's no disqualification at the altar of plankware or anything. P1 Max. Disappointing for Ferrari and Mercedes, but this final part of the season has been entertaining. Mahusively. Oof. Final lap from Lando. Go on then, Crofty, tee it up. Let me see if you can build some suspense trap. Last lap. Well done, Lando. Decent drive. Max 5 next year. Don't worry, Cameron. Maybe if Red Bull can build themselves a car row. Kaori legend. Go on, tech number 1, Norris. Finally. Sorry, OJP. Big ups, Camp. You're a legend, Kaori. I appreciate you. Go on then. Max Verstappen's about to cross the line here. All eyes on the delta of Lando. 16.1. Lando won the WDC by giving us a Sunday drive. Yeah, don't hate it, EC. He's done well. Now, to be fair to Lando, props, man. His final lap settings. Maximilian Verstappen crosses the line. Accrues himself 25 points, but it's not enough, is it? Lando knows about to cross the line. All eyes on Lando. Lando's done it. Fair play to the chap. Fair play to him. Lando's done it. Cheeky look at Lando's mum. Don't hate that. Fair play. Easy G, your boy done good in the end. He wins by 2 points. Oh my God. Blah, blah, blah. What a disappointment. Oh, the humanity. Your boy's done it. Your boy's done it. Good games, Lando. Congrats. Easy G. Cheers for an F1 championship. Your boy done it, Easy G. Congrats, mate. Sometimes you got to eat some humble. Zach Brown looks happy. Yeah, it's techie, this. Monza. Oh my gosh. Monza, Barcelona, British Grand Prix. Fine margins, eh? No, congrats. You know what, Easy G? It's not the time for any revisionist history. Your boy's done it. He got over the line first. Ultimately in the Drivers' Championship. 2 points. Easy G, props. Good game, mate. I gotta virtually shake your hand. Will Josie says you'd. Is this the world champion hotline? Leave that. I'm going to flipping close this call. I'm fuming. Nah, props. You got to feel. Listen, I'm glad that Lando didn't. Now he can unshackle himself from the bot of the chains, right? Because he's done all right. I didn't like the Zap Van. Just dropping in. You don't look happy for Lando. I mean, happy is probably not the word that I'd use to characterize the way I feel at the moment. Trying my best to be magnanimous in defeat. Like, I'm just dropping in. You don't look happy for Lando. I guess things didn't go the way you thought they would. No, I mean, Max KO'd himself. Zach just reading them out a little bit, Eddie. I didn't like that, Zach. Is this the world champion line? Welfare champ. Matt says, don't be disappointed. We didn't give up. We did all that we could do. By margins, chat. You can go back. Right, I am broken. David, I'm not going to... Oh, what's that, Brown? Go away, mate. Nah. Although, the story is how far McLaren have come in such a short space of time. Lando gets his donuts on. World champion hotline. What do you want about? You reckon Max is going to fly in his jet with Lando? Let's have a conversation about that in 27, eh? Oh, it's going to get techie. Douchebag cheating stewards. Maker says, thanks, Cam. Thanks, mods. Thanks the community for 3 years of F1 fun. Maker, you're a legend, mate. You're an absolute legend. I need to go and get myself a reaction video out, mate. Cry more, Cameron. Your boy didn't get it there. Well, he did all that he could do, right? But when you go back and you do the waterfall analysis, it's like there were opportunities in there. Lando disqualified. They could they be? It would leave a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Eddie. We move, chat. Props to Lando. He got it done temporarily at the very least. He takes off the shackles of unfulfilled potential. Boy done good. He managed that well today, to be fair to him. It's a very techie circumstance. Only needing to get third. I mean, Lewis struggled with it in 2008, having to finish fifth then. And Lando had to go quick, but not quick-est. It's a very fine line to traverse that. Max greets Lando, says, well done, mate. Oscar gives him a cheeky handshake. And then Lando embraces Mama Lando. Siska. It's a nice shot, that. Bless her. Lando doesn't hug his dad. Dads never get the hugs, do they? Fair play. That was a nice touch, that. Least impressive championship since Keke. I don't know about that. He's done all right, Lando, to be fair to him. He had his moments when he looked... Monaco qualifying, incredible. Mexico race, incredible. He's had his moments. Has he been perfect every race? Probably not. What's the hate on Keke? Because he... everybody says that Keke, I want to say in 82, got lucky, is the conventional wisdom. As did Jensen in 09. Nah, props. The boy done good. Props, Lando. He's a G. Your boy nailed it, man. He's taken that monkey off his back. No longer can people like myself accuse that chap of not delivering on his not substantial potential. There you go. There's your headline. Lando Norris, World Drivers Champion. By a couple points over the humanity. And now he gets the chance. Lando, big pop from the Abu Dhabi crowd. Props to him. He doesn't want to take off his helmet because he's full of emotion. As well he might be, because he's done. Get out the way, Mohammed Ben Sulaim. Nobody wants to hug you. Move. Thanks, Cam. You're a legend, Remcan. I appreciate you, mate. Congrats, Lando. Oh, fair play. Now, Lando did all right. I'm going to run away. Thank you guys, one and all, for the support and engaging and turning up to the streams and talking and arguing and bantering and holding my F1 feet to the very bright and hot F1 flame. I appreciate each and every single one of you to the world and back. The F1 beat never sleeps, though, and somebody's got to cover it. 2 videos a day, normal schedule, and services resume here on in. I'll be back in a couple of minutes with a cheeky reaction video. Carlos Sainz hugs his old mate. That's nice. I like that. Why is that bringing a tear to my eye? Seeing Carlos and Lando hug. Bless him. Cameron is human after all. Props, Lando. We resume rivalries next year, and definitely in 2027, by which time Maximilian Verstappen will have underneath him a very serious car capable of winning races and therefore championships. You guys have been legends, each and every single one. Props to Lando. Well done, Easy G. Your boy done good. Managed himself the final race, notwithstanding not insubstantial pressure on his very broad shoulders. Between now and next time, the prosecution rests. No further questions, Your Honour.